All right. Welcome back to another round of Civilization 7. Last time, actually last week, we have finished our last game in the Exploration Age. And that means it is time for a new game. Let me real quick look something up. Yes. Last Monday I cancelled the stream. I've been out with friends. That was fun, but a little bit exhausting as well. Plus, I heard that on Tuesday, the new update, the 1. What's the update count? 1.2.4 has been published, and I wanted to check that out as soon as possible. So I skipped on Monday so that we can look at the new update today. And it is a smaller update. I wouldn't quite say so. I haven't read the full patch notes, but they did some changes to a lot of wonders, according to the video at least. I'm interested to see what changes I do realize that actually have been changed, and maybe I don't know about some, who knows. But given that it is a wonder update, or an update that changes a lot of wonders, I wanted to try to get as many wonders as possible, and so I chose to play Hatshepsut, which is fitting because I think it's been a while since I've played her. It's a huge Continents Plus map on Viceroy difficulty. So look, what does Hatshepsut do? We gain a culture per age for every unique resource. Also, we gain 15% production towards constructing buildings and wonders in cities adjacent to navigable rivers. Now, knowing my luck, we'll probably spawn. We probably won't spawn close to a navigable river. I'm just saying. I don't know. Oh no, is the stream dropping? Uh-oh. Please stop that. Does it work again? OBS still says I have dropping frames. Dude, what the fuck is going on with my internet right now? Okay, I'll keep an eye on that. I'll keep an eye on that. If that does not work, I might need to restart the stream. But yeah, as I was saying, Hatshepsut gains a culture for every unique resource, and 15 reduction towards building buildings and wonders in cities next to navigable river. And I was just complaining that my luck, as usual, will probably mean that I won't spawn next to a navigable river. Just think about the Antiquity Age when we took the Mayan Empire and spawned in goddamn tundra. Anyway, I paired her with the Egyptian Empire. Standard. Get a production on navigable rivers and production towards constructing the pyramids. I hope we'll get a little bit of production out of navigable rivers and then can build some early wonders rather quickly. Once again, the Necropolis, that gives me 100 gold on standard speed. We are playing on standard speed. The KVPS goes down. We'll see. Hopefully it'll work itself out. When a wonder is completed in the settlement, I mean, that would pair well with the Great Stele, wouldn't it? Also the Mastaba, which is 3 culture and 1 gold adjacency for desert terrain and wonders, and the Mortuary Temple, which is 4 gold and 1 happiness adjacency for navigable rivers and wonders. We also gain a Magi, which is 3 common strength in friendly territory, doubled when stationed in a settlement you own, and the Jati, which is a unique great person that can be trained in cities with the Necropolis. We might want a quick second city to build these people, because there are a handful of wonder booster people in there. So we might want a quick second city. We also could get 1 food on navigable rivers, another 15% extra production towards constructing wonders, and 1 culture on navigable rivers. All in all, we do want to settle close to navigable rivers. And I equipped the False Beard memento, that gives me 2 culture and wonders, and the Corpus Juris Civilis, which just gives me an extra policy slot, because I feel like that sounds good. My music's still working? Yeah, looks to be the case. Okay, so let's see where we start, and we in fact did start next to a navigable river. And already I can see we could go for the pyramids. What do the pyramids do again? 1 gold on production on improvements in districts on minor and navigable river tiles in the settlement. Interesting. If we take a look, I think settling in place is a good idea. Remember, we do want to settle next to navigable rivers. So let's settle Wasset right here. And it is a huge map. We want to start with the quadruple scout opener. Yeah, we might want to go down that navigable river to see if we can settle close to there as well. Okay, let's see. Okay, so both Mausoleum and the Great Stele are not at writing anymore, and Bursa's not at sailing anymore. Let's see, we've got the Hanging Gardens. 3 food, 2 happiness, 1 food for each adjacent coastal terrain, adjacent navigable river, ooh, and adjacent wonder terrain. No, that's the garden. 1 food on farms in the settlement. 10% growth rate in all cities, expansion, that seems to be the same. I mean, the pyramids also seem to be... Ooh, we got Colossus now at currency. That is wild. Okay, that is quite early. But it seems it wasn't changed in any other way. Hamonga Maui, 2 culture, 1 culture, and food on fishing boats, 1 culture. Did it always give a cultural attribute point? I'm not entirely sure. Bursa is now at engineering. That is good for Carthage. And 2 gold, traders can be plundered. All districts and cities that are adjacent to coast and eligible for walls receive a war. That did not change at all. And Mausoleum at Halicarnassus went all the way back to ironworking. First time cavalry unit is destroyed, it respawns to the closest settlement you own at 25% HP. Yeah, still not the biggest fan of that. But yeah, that does mean... So wait, is the Great Stele then... I mean, we could then straight go for currency. Try to get a quick settlement out on the coast to build the Colossus. I am not sure what to think about that. Because that will take a lot of time. We'll see. I mean, hopefully that navigable... I would be interested in the Hanging Gardens, though. Maybe we first push Hanging Gardens and then into Colossus. We'll see about that. I mean, the good thing is, we don't really get that many wonders early on. I mean, we had Bursa, we had Great Stele and Mausoleum at Halicarnassus. We had Hanging Gardens and Pyramids. All, like, within the first, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tags. I like that they changed that a bit so that the start really is not that wonder heavy. Now I am interested, is that then in... Yeah, the Great Stele is now in the Mysticism Mastery. Pre-production gain 200 gold per age when you construct a wonder, including this one. In the city, right? Or does that now count for every city? Ooh, we want to go Mysticism and then towards the Great Stele. If that would count for every city, that would be absolutely insane. Let's follow that navigable river. There, okay, there is what looks to be like coastal. Yeah, there's coast. Scout out a bit. You can go and auto-explore. I mean, we do want the navigable river tiles. That is the problem. Also, problem is, I mean, we could... Ooh, you will... that will be cramped as hell, though. That will be cramped as hell, is the problem. I'd hope that it would be a little bit...
There is one tree that speaks only to the austere
okay,
heads.
There's Redwood Forest. Right here. Is there a navigable river next to Redwood Forest? That would be a great city to build more wonders in, because you get production from the Redwood Forest. And Hattusa is next to the Redwood Forest. Did they do that again? Where city-states have a higher chance of spawning next to natural wonders? Because I had a game where I played Isabella, and I also the 2 wonders that I found had both city-states close by. Then again, I could try to befriend Hattusa and then just incorporate it in my own town. But you don't have a navigable river close to that wonder. That is a little bit of a problem. We do want the 15% wonder production, though. And I think food and gold and production and science. Beyond the bronze mirror. Hatshepsut gazes into the bronze mirror as an attendant traces her eyes with kohl. She does not look at her reflection, but beyond. The lands are as yet few in people, but abundant in possibility. Her mind reaches forward towards a net of trade spanning the known world, turning her city's raw stone into monuments to a majesty or conquest. Let's get the gold. We can train a merchant quite quickly and easily. that is okay. A forager proudly shares her discovery, a bush whose leaves she claims are invigorating when consumed. She dubs it tea and suggests drinking an infusion or simply stewing the leaves. Drink the infusion, chew the leaves. What is that? Global relations panels and wonders. Ah, well, that makes sense. Currently, there is no wonder. Okay, can I get away from here, please? Maybe? No. Please? Well, it does look like I can't get out of that screen for whatever fucking reason. So I guess I'll have to restart or reload the game. Be right back. All right. Here we are again. But yeah, it does look like... I mean, there's a navigable river. We could settle somewhere around here later on. It seems to be a lot of... Where are you coming from? You are Hatshepsut scouts. Traveling merchants have set up a fair at a crossroads. Visitors gawk at curious and take part in lively entertainments before returning to the road. Enjoy the fair, bring the fair back home. Yes, please. Let's get the salt up and running. Refined tastes. Two Egyptian nobles argue about which strange food deserves salt the most. One is desperate to improve his stores of hyena meat. The other believes there are tastes to be unlocked in a bitter fruit from a tree in a garden. Salt the hyena or the water? No, the fruit in salt water. I mean, hyena meat sounds like an idea. You hang on. Adjacency for desert terrain and wonders, and happiness for rivers and wonders. So if we take a look, you have 3 happiness, and you have go up to 3. Okay, so that's 6. That is my mortuary temple. For sure. In general, though, is that okay? Science, culture, not so really. I guess brickyard, clay pit, mines, and quarries. Foods on farm and part. Let's get the brickyard going.
The cave.
We could get 2 influence on the altar, which I usually would take, but I think... Where is it? 10% production towards constructing wonders in cities with an altar. I think I like to take that, meaning we would love to have an altar soon after. Okay, I like to have the mysticism mastery real quick. And I think we'll start befriending Hatshepsut. Noble family aims to promote salt hyena meat as a new luxury delicacy, but few are appetized by the scavenger beast. Perhaps this knowledge is best applied elsewhere, at least a little bit of science. We could settle here and then have another settlement down here. That would open up, although that would also give me the option to, for example, although you will... Nah, yeah, I think that is a good settle. We would get, hopefully, potentially some, at least that tile. It would open up for 2 more cities that could potentially produce wonders. I'm interested in placing Petra, but I think Petra would not do me any good. The hollow within a mysterious mound has been uncovered. Its passageway aligned so the winter solstice sun illuminates its inner chamber. Local priests insist the site is be preserved as sacred. Measures less than movement or consecrate the mound as holy. It'll be a holy mound. We might... we might get the Great Stele quicker than expected. Okay, 7 turns, 3 turns, that's okay, I guess. We might want to purchase a fishing key once we get that. Workers have stopped mining a quarry for lack of pay. The supervisor threatens punishment, but quickly realizes the size of the crowd. Mediate a settlement for 15 production to our set or take their money while they argue. 15 production. We need 7 turns and we make 11. We have 11 productions. So 77 production left. So 15 barely does anything. I'll take the money and we might be able to purchase something more important with that. A settler, for example. There is Machiavelli of Rome. I do want to be friendly with people. I don't want to be distracted by an early game war. So might as well be friendly. There's the Great Stele and also Hatshepsut. Okay, Great Stele done. I'd be interested in the discipline and its mastery. Wait, did anything? We've got Der Sharukin. Science and Ooh, 1 science and fortifications. Interesting. Yeah, you know what? Der Sharukin is quite wanted. Anything else changed? Ah, okay, we got the Sanchi Stupa now in the skilled trades. I mean, we also need code of laws in general. We need culture. Basically we need culture. The bodies of 2 feuding merchants lie by the roadside, their dispute settled in blood. As birds circle overhead, passing travelers have begun to squabble over the abandoned wares. These are no Egyptian goods, or the goods passed to the merchant's kin. Let's pass them to the merchant's kin. Let's also get a settler going. I do need to wait, although not that much, I think. Ooh. Interesting, interesting, interesting. We need 8 turns and you will be there in... Okay, that is doable. We can work with that. Okay, I have... Irrigation, yeah, we need to wait until we get that one. Let's go towards the incense. I want the camels quickly. Some archers have managed to survive a conflict that bore no victor. They no longer have a flag, but this is the only life they know. Recruit the archers. No, we'll let them find their own way because we need not writing, we need sailing. Ooh, now that is a very nice settlement. Smack between
Shiva is signless.
And another wonder. Okay. I might know what I want to do with the next settler. If there's a navigable river close by, that would be a prime... That is a navigable river, right? Ooh, yes! that is a prime candidate. I know they overlap a little bit, but that's okay. Maybe we find a better way later on, but I want to settle there. Among her sundries, a merchant has long held an assortment of texts in unusual scripts. Wary of what they might say, she offers the manuscripts to any who's willing. We gain the others. Now I'll take the money. I need how much money for another settler? 280. We want the money. Yes, please. Okay, now we can start with the Great Stele. Let's place her here. Miners digging for iron have stumbled across a vein of silver within the hollow of a mountain. Blacksmiths will offer a fair price for such precious resources. Gather the silver. Yeah, we'll gather the silver. 280. That should be the settler I wanted. Animals have broken from the confines of a wealthy noble's menagerie and run amok. They are no longer fit for the wilds, but clearly we're not happy. Build the animals a proper home. Yeah, we'll take the damage. For the science, because that unlocks whatever that is. Wildfires have left a once flourishing garden in ruin. The acolytes who tend the plants here combed the detritus for salvage, hoping they can rebuild. Study of us left or petition the garden to be rebuilt. I want the celebration as quick. I mean, we are already in a celebration. Let's get the 2 gold on all settlements as well, and masonry. And I want you up there. Maybe not necessarily that way. Yeah, we'll open the borders, a little bit of gold. I want to go down that way. What's the next? There's Simon Bolivar, sure. But what's the next city-state I'd like to have? Cultural one, actually. Cultural city-state would be nice to have. We could settle here. Would that mean anything different? It would give us another... Yeah, you know what? We'd like to settle here. Granted, we'd overlap a little bit, but we would potentially get the option. I will, however, wait the 2 turns. I'm not entirely sure if you will hate me when I settle right where I am. A fierce group of archers lives in these areas, skilled but proud. Their skills would be a powerful addition to the military if they could be convinced. Find common ground? Absolutely not. We'll leave the archers be. I have a bad feeling about all of that. Let's wait 1 more turn. You can take a look around here. And settle. I want to make my way as quickly as possible towards this stuff. Let's get the gemstones towards the wonder tiles before Hatshepsut takes up even more. A little bit more production going on. I want you around here. You shall move to here and take a look. There's another gold resource.
Do
I mean, yeah, you can say that is wild game, but when you said wild game, because that looks like a deer, I thought about a deer, not snakes and crocodiles. But to be fair, you are right, this is wild game. Is it? Or is game like specifically like stuff you would hunt? Nah, I don't know. We might wanna we wanna save up a little bit of gold actually, thinking about it. Okay, there are the camels. Yeah, okay, we took a little bit too long. That's a shame. But at least we got one tile. But it was a smart move to settle here, because if we would have settled here, that would have actually already been taken and we wouldn't have gotten any tiles. So that is okay.
One of the most spectacular, complex.
Why do I never find that many wonders when I play Isabella? Like, damn! Imagine playing Isabella having found 3 wonders within 38 turns. That would be awesome. Okay, we've got masonry done. Now I want to go towards currency. That is... Ooh, hang on. Coastal lake. You need to be on coast adjacent to land. That probably means not a coastal lake. It does mean a coastal lake. Oh, we could go for Colossus in that settlement. I mean, it'll take a while before we can actually turn that into a settlement per se. And it will not grow for a very long time. Watch 600 gold. That is doable. Paramount chiefdoms. Seat of authority has traditionally been shared among the representatives. Yeah, we want to maintain. We want to distribute these powers, and we want to get a codex and production. You will take a while.
May the might of the
There's
Lord
the great
cause
stele.
no enemy to resist me. No enemy to
I'm interested in
follow
seeing
me.
if it really means now in every settlement. Oh, if it would be every settlement, we'd get the 200 gold. That would be rather nice. Okay, you need 600 still. We are done with that wonder. We could go straight towards... I would like to go for the Shavrukin, honestly. And you can move on. The pyramids would be nice. Ooh, we can actually scale cliffs. That is interesting. Locals claim that this glade... locals claim that in this glade, objects roll towards the center regardless of the slope. Stay and test the site and represent production. This may cause yields to go negative due to other penalties. It was said absolutely not. Local healers that treat wounds with the thick mats of kelp that wash up on the shore. Purchase the kelp in bulk. Now we'll get the food to the nearest settlement because that gives us another production tile. Okay, let's get this wonder. What is the best? There's a 4 culture, and then probably also 4 happiness. What's the best for you? 3. There's probably not a good one because you don't really have. I mean, here's good. That's 4-3. And even 3-1. Yeah, I like that. That is okay. Meaning, however, we do need a fishing key here. Okay, let's get Menefer into a settlement. We could build the pyramids or the hanging gardens. In terms of growth rate in all cities, I like the idea of building the hanging gardens for now. Although we do need to purchase you some more productive tiles. Ooh, I would like to use my influence to befriend independence, but I really don't want Pachacuti to go to war against me. Give the scouts some movement options. Yeah, I know you are not connected to the settlement. How would I would probably need to settle somewhere up there to connect you. Not the biggest fan. What's the price of a fishing key? An altar, actually, 360. That would be important. Traders have come ashore bearing the wisdom of faraway places. Scholars back home would stumble over themselves to hear these stories. Pass the tales on or mind the stories for information. Like I said, I need a cultural city-state. I need to befriend quite a lot of city-states, actually, and stacking the 5% bonus towards building wonders. It's the altar.
The spoken word conquers all thought.
Stone by stone, as Egypt prospers, the arts flourish and small workshops start to capture the daily life in clay and dye. A royal architect unveils a new method of dealing with stone that stuns the local creatives, but nonetheless will demand much of their labor. Build the architect's monuments or invest in local workshops. We'll invest in local workshops. We still need a little bit of culture. But that does mean I probably don't want Janet to be a settlement, most likely, or a city, rather. I should probably think about settling, for example... Ooh, that would overlap quite a lot. No, I do not want to settle there. Could go trade with Apalachi or Hattusa. Let's trade with Apalachi. In the hopes that he will like me for that trade route. And beyond the Bronze Mirror, we've trained the merchant, actually. As the merchant caravan prepares to set out on its first voyage, the people wonder what marvelous goods await over the horizon. Soon they will enrich the people in the name of Hatshepsut. Give me the 50 gold. I need 360 though. So a little bit more. With that done, I think I want the... Do I want the mastery? Yes, I want the mastery first and then going down the Egyptian civics. I know, I am on my way to trade with them. Just give me like a couple of turns. I promise. Thinking about it, maybe it was not a smart move to build the Sharukin where I built it. Because we cannot get walls on navigable river tiles, and so I basically have 4 tiles eligible for walls. And if I had built it, for example, here or there or somewhere else, I could have built out to there and would have gotten a lot more, but that's too late for that now.
From this day forward, your pronouncement
It is
shall
too
be
late for that now.
To raise or bring low.
There, however,
These shall
is
be
the
in your
Sharukin,
hand.
which I just learned was an entire city. Well, back when it still was a city. Which is wild to think that we have a city that builds a city as a wonder. But yeah, that is the Sharukin. I kind of messed up there. And I can't get out of here or there because they're both resources. We could get Petra. 1 production and improvements and gold on districts and... Ooh, that changed. Okay, yeah, you know what? I would like to have Petra. Or I would like to try to have Petra, at the very least. We've got, however, 500. Let's get ourselves an altar and a fishing key later on.
Do nothing.
Okay, there is that. Let's go towards the Egyptian. Arrival of Happy. Food and navigable rivers. Yeah, we want to go all the way. Quickly. And there's a cultural ooh, if we could get a couple more cultural, or 1 more cultural, we could get the production towards wonders. That would be nice to have.
The tourist should get another
There's
lens.
Uluru. Actually quite close as well. Oh my goodness. Imagine we would play Isabella. That is a very nice settlement. I mean, it is not a settlement, it's not a settlement that is an extra navigable river, but not every settlement needs to be a wonder-producing settlement. Okay, let's trade, please, I swear. Thank you. I can see myself settling more up there, which is a little bit of a problem because if we don't get Menefer connected, then none of these will be connected. Ooh, that is, of course, Amina. What's the price of a fishing key? Wonderful. There we are. Hello, Amina. I am the nicest person you will ever meet. Pinky promise. I need more money, frankly. Do we have any more cities? That's a militaristic, cultural... cultural, again, cultural, scientific, cultural. It's very, very cultural and scientific. And militaristic here. No, we have no other... No, I do not want to decrease the... I don't want to... Ooh, that was Hanging Gardens, Pachakutek. Do I know where he is? Probably around here. Damn, he must have really beelined that wonder. Okay, we could easily push that into a mortuary temple. And I think I like that idea. And more production. That's the mortuary temple already done? No, right? Control over nature. Silkworms labor under the gentle care of their minders. Scholars work whether they could be domesticated and made to produce more thread. But they are living creatures, a gentle worm tender says. Can we be sure... a gentle worm tender says. Can we be sure of their desires? Domesticate them or respect their agency? Money. Give me money. And we want 5% production towards constructing wonders for every city-state I'm suzerain of. Yes, please. Okay, we have finished the mortuary temple. We could go for the pyramids. 1 gold and production on improvements and districts on minor and navigable river tiles in the settlement. Must be... Hang on, wait, what? Must be placed... Ooh, interesting. So it's not must be placed on desert next to a navigable river, but as long as it's not on tundra, everything is great. That I love. That is good. I like that change. Although 3 turns we might have...
The land is always stalking people.
Holy shit.
The land
That's
makes
the
people
5th
live right.
that we found. Goodness me. And 2 blacksmiths at this seaside forge have taken to using salt brine to quench their metal. Traders will clamber for their superior steel. Set the standards for excellence, or yeah, we set the standard for excellence. For excellence, there is. I want the Colossus. Is anyone? Yeah, screw it. I don't care about the pyramids as much as I care about the Colossus. Let's go... What's the next thing we want to go for? Mathematics? Let's go for mathematics.
The god...
I want to... We've got another settlement, commercial one. We might want to take that one and increase our trade route range. Sea turtles have begun to nest here. Locals wait in anticipation of the eggs hatching to be moved by one of nature's many cycles. Celebrate the cycle of life with a festival. Yes, we can sacrifice a couple of turns of science for more happiness.
Sedentary life
There
is
is
civilization's
Petra.
goal. It marks the end of its life and heralds its corruption.
It's wild that I got Petra. The AI seems to rush that one. Although maybe with the update they hopefully, I don't know, maybe, have changed it so that the AI doesn't focus on specific wonders that much anymore. There's production towards wonders. Travels in the underworld. The sky darkens as Ra enters the Duat, and two students, illuminated by firelight, debate his route. One declares that at this very moment the sun god wanders the paths of Seker. As a distant rumble sounds from the west, his friend disagrees, acting out Ra's battle with Apep. Map the realm of Seker or burn an effigy for Apep. Culture, my friends. Culture. I want to... Let's get the mortuary temple done real quick. Or like the... necropolis, I guess. Valley of Pharaohs. The necropolis in the capital is now halfway finished, though a long and productive life is expected for the people's leader. Their journey to the afterlife will be unparalleled in its splendor when at last that day of passage comes. Build more such monuments. 20% production towards constructing the mastaba and mortuary, or artisanal tombs are for the royal family only. Finished the other unique quarter building in the capital for 200 gold and a quest. Since we will finish that in 3 turns, that seems like a no-brainer. I see Kusa. I don't know why you don't
Behold.
like me. Leader agenda, settled to close, and borders touching. But that's not my fault. So let's get the... Oh. Don't want to get the Gate of All Nations. Let's get a bath first, and then we can gate around here. Creative limits. Egyptian culture flourishes, yet some say the best works of art and architecture are in the past. As a priest presents a proposal for a series of new statues, a counselor whispers that time and money could be saved by claiming older statues as our own. Build new ones or rebrand old ones. I'll take the cultural because that is another 10% production towards wonders. Valley of Pharaohs. Let us therefore name our capital's necropolis the Valley of Pharaohs, and 200 gold. We finished that. When gaining rewards from a narrative event, gain additional 20 culture. Ooh, and a wildcard attribute point. That is new and I like it. Science and improvements and happiness on districts and tropical terrain. In this settlement, okay, that changed as well. Free army commander when built. And command experience, that sounds to be the same. Yield and HP from pillaging, and a militaristic also seem to be the same. 2 happiness on quarters in the settlement. Gain a unique endeavor and a diplomatic attribute point. 6 influence, that also didn't really change. 3 science, gain 1 codex and 2 codex slots, and a scientific. I mean, we kind of want that one. Specialist limit in the settlement, happiness, culture for every 5. And yeah, that we also, although we do want the Monk's Mound as well. Okay, so a couple of changes, not everything changed. You've befriended that city-state. By the way, we can start with you now. Let's get some more production. Can we get ourselves... No, 200. Shouldn't I have gotten 200 gold? I thought I should have gotten 200 gold from that quest line. Might be wrong about that. I want the merchant though. Rumors abound that Khmer technology is decades ahead. Sure, they can be. Who is the Khmer? That's Aksum. You are. What are you? Does it not say what that is? Ah, Amina Aksum Tekums. I mean, granted, they have a lot of science. That is the monk. Never mind, we won't get the Monk's Mound then. Screw that. There's a terracotta army done. But we got the Gate of All Nations.
To desire war over peace.
And that should have given me like 300
sons
gold.
bury fathers. But in war,
something along the lines of that, because we get 200 from the Great Stele, and we finished a necropolis, which also gives me 100 gold when any wonder is completed in this settlement. We need science. You are, however, a brickyard, so I would like to have a granary in here. Can we build another wonder? Currently not yet. We could build up those unique people though, and just purchase ourselves the buildings. Hunters have perfected a recipe for curing meat so that it does not spoil. Perfect for travelers enduring prolonged journeys. Study it. We'll eat the food. Okay, yeah, I think I do want to produce chatis. So I will just purchase the things I need. Give me a fishing key into here. Ooh. Yikes. A flood of opportunity. One day a devastating flood rushes through the streets as a river swells its banks. Entire city districts are now dank, hazardous and unlivable, with hundreds now homeless. In every crisis, however, there is an opportunity. House them in the barracks or space them for the central quarter. Let's get the... Isn't it the case that I am... Wasn't there a skill that made either Egypt or Hatshepsut immune to flooding? Or am I missing that and am I misremembering that and mistaking it for Civ 6 with, I guess, not Hatshepsut but Egypt still? I thought there was a skill that said, you know what, you are immune to floods. There, however, is the Colossus.
Men walk under his huge legs.
It is so wild to me that the Colossus is actually... I should have looked at how much money I had. I should have gotten 100 at least. I'm at 600. How much did I have? That was not 600. I need another wonder here. I can build the pyramids. Let's continue the pyramids. But no, it wasn't. Hang on. I purchased the fishing key, and I didn't have enough money to buy a library, so I was clearly not at 360. So yeah. I think we actually got 200 gold from the Great Stele in Mennefer that doesn't have the Great Stele. If the Great Stele now gives 200 gold in general per wonder constructed, Holy shit, that would mean that this wonder is absolutely insane. Like, damn. Okay, the first guy, what does he do? Activate on a wonder in construction to add 250 production on standard speed. Yeah, I don't think that I will be quick enough to go to the pyramids. But maybe we'll find a different wonder that we can build. Rival in X-Men Empire has worked on the pyramid. Why do you say that now? They are almost done. Okay, I guess can we get another wonder here? No, we don't have another wonder. Although we do have quite a lot of. Maybe I do send you down to there. Yeah, that was holy shit. Okay, can I then instead repair the altar? Although I do not want to. Can I get a quick? I want a quick settler. Okay, Nebet, activate on Acropolis to immediately start a celebration. Sure thing. Let's get the culture on navigable river and the food on navigable rivers. Oh, look at these navigable river tiles. They are very, very nice. Let's settle here. You will hate that though, that I want to settle here. Unfortunately, you will probably... Do I then instead want to settle, for example, I don't know, say... Hang on, you have been settled here, I think? Yes. Say, for example, do I want to settle here? First, to hopefully... Yeah, I think I want to settle here first to hopefully be able to connect these two settlements. Activate on a wonder to gain 2 gold on all wonders currently in this settlement. That is a lot of gold. I mean, okay, it's 2, 4, 6, 8 gold, but I mean, still, I'll gladly take that one. Okay, you've repaired the altar. Emil Bell, sure, let's go. That works actually quite well. How many more wonders? 2 more. That's hopefully doable. I did not want to go there. I did not know that he would go that far. You have also begun with the Emil Bell, but I have a wonder builder. You can screw right off, my friend.
In the midst
there
of
we are.
The light of Goryeo hovers.
It's the great engineers all over again.
Kingdom.
You want to build the Emil Bell? No, you do not want to build the Emil Bell. I will build the Emil Bell. Let's get... We've built a fishing key here, but we cannot get anything else. We could get a bath in here. I think a library, though. Let's make our way towards these culture buildings. Actually, I think that is a good idea. Emil, Emil. The bell simply will not ring. With each cast, it remains silent. The molten bronze seems to be calling for a human voice. Throw a sacrifice into the bronze, 10% production is constructing wonders. Or cast it again and again. Sacrifice. Have you really tried everything if you haven't tried sacrificing people yet? Nah, I don't think so. Let's start to befriend you as well. And oh, wonderful, we are connected now. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, I cannot get that. Never mind then, I guess. You have over 1,000 gold. How dare I? Let's get some walls in. And I think a library as well. And you know what? There seems to be a monument place as well. And now I don't have over 1,000 gold. Frankincense and myrrh. As his private altar, a priest offers incense in a small dish. Preparing to spread a quiet moment with the chosen deities, he inhales deeply as notes of frankincense and myrrh fills the dimly room. Give me the codex. Thank you very much. Kind of want to settle on the coast as well. Menefer. 1, 2, 3. We are all not close enough. That's not good. We could. I mean, that is still a settlement. Although I probably would prefer maybe that settlement. Yeah, I would probably prefer to settle here. Not that I would have the settlement limit just yet. And thinking about it, you know, actually, like, these 2 gold are actually worth more. 3 gold, as a matter of fact. What do you do? Apparel creates 2 cavalry units with 3 combat strength. Lovely. We'll take that. That is Mausoleum at Theodoric done. I still need 1 more Wanderer. Okay, we don't need the trade route range anymore, so let's get 5% gold for every city-state I'm suzerain of. We started use what's that one? That was the Pyramid of the Sun. It's just 1 wonder that I need. What is that? You activate on a building or wonder with a great work slot to grant a codex called the Maxims of Hatshepsut that grants 3 science. Don't mind if I do. The arrogance of youth. As Ptahhotep grows frail in old age, he sees wisdom faltering among the youth leadership. You have to teach them how to preserve Ma'at, if not through experience, then through writings. Find a worthy leader to guide them. Have a commander with a commendation within 30 turns. My experience is the best teacher. Yeah. Experience. I would like to have that story. I really want to, but I don't see myself going to war. No, and I mean with a commendation within 30 turns. That is not going to happen. I mean, although we could go for the Hanging Gardens then. We could take a little bit of a... but I wanted to settle up there. We would get 1, 2 more settlement limits. Nothing in the Egyptians anymore. And I think nothing here. 2 more, 3 more if I were to take Guthuda. So we would be at, what's that? 5, 7 to 8. 6, 4, 5, 6. We could go for all 4. I have not yet got my hands on you. On a ballista. Do I think that I can do that in 30 turns? It's a commendation, so I would need 1, 2, 3, 4 level ups within 30 turns. I don't think I can do that. I mean, I would first need to wait until our relationship is hostile. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. So I don't need to go towards the wheel. I can still go towards mathematics. We'll take the 100 gold. We will send you towards Janet though, because I can see him just going for my settlements. Let's get the monument now down. We'll trade with you. There's an economic attribute point. Land of Punt. Power for Hatshepsut lies in the creation and fulfillment of wants. Her merchant caravans deliver fragrant hardwoods from abroad, new textiles, raw copper and tin, and her subjects crave more. In their craving, they turn increasingly to their pharaoh. Have 15 resources slotted across all settlements, as the pharaoh will provide. We've got 10, 11, 12. But we don't have a time limit on that, so that's okay. Give me a settler real quick. Can I trade with anyone for anything else? Currently not. But there is another one. So we are at 13 now.
Go.
We need more codices. That is literacy for the Nalanda. Ooh, if we could get the Nalanda, that would be phenomenal. You build a monument. You cannot give me the Nalanda, though. You could. So I guess we'll get this one great person in the hopes that it might be one of the wonder builders and see where this is going. Plus, can I get another settler? Yes, please. It is Himunu. Activate on a wonder to add 200 production. That, granted, was a little lucky. Okay, you start to be my friend. Hopefully you are friendly enough so that I can actually settle there without you absolutely hating on me. You can finish a garden. Yes, please. Ooh, one turn. I swear if I get one turn by Nalanda, I'll be mad. Nope, there it is.
If you desire ease, forsake learning. If you desire learning, forsake ease.
That is one codex and I think 3 codex slots and a little bit of science, I believe. 3 science, 1 codex, 2 codex slots. And a scientific attribute point. I mean, that's 4 more science than the codex slots, though. They seem more fun. But yeah, no other wonder for you to build, no other wonder for you to build. Okay, you had no problem with that. That is wonderful. Let's send you up north. But it does look like both the global relation panel and the view wonders seem to be bugged out. That were mods. I hope they'll get fixed eventually. Let's get not an altar. You mainly need to grow. And maybe, you know, produce a little bit of stuff. And altar really doesn't do much. Let's get you some more production then, I guess. That is... it's a shame that did navigable rivers always had the option to end in a lake, or did that also come with the ooh, that's a milestone. Nice. With the update. Okay, we still need to settle a lot more. 1, 2, 3, 4 more settlements. I feel like I need to befriend Gutjuda. So let's do that. Bursa or Oracle? Let's go with the Oracle. We don't have anything on a coast just yet. So we wouldn't get anything from that realistically. Aha, never mind. Let's do not go for the Oracle. It seems to be that the Oracle is almost finished. I still. Do I want to wait? No, I do not want to wait. Let's go. Let's go Bursa then. Jose. Activate the palace to add 3 culture to the building. Let's go. I might need to get you a little bit more productive buildings. That seems to be a thing we need to do. Okay, settlement here. Invaders from the sands. Reports come in that citizens are being attacked by lions within the city limits. Many wish for more magi to patrol the streets and keep the beasts at bay. A few claim that a lion simply reinforces the cycle of life. Hire more guards. We let lions be lions. Ooh. And suddenly you are happy, which we like to see. That is the Oracle done, as was expected. Yeah, I know. We currently, people are unhappy currently. Overflowing with can I now trade with you? Is that a thing that is now possible? Yes! Give me a merchant. We will trade with Rome. We will trade with Rome. That is the Weijiang Palace done. Send the merchant towards Rome. You done. Culture on displayed codices or culture to monuments for every. I mean, that is a lot more culture. I mean, I say a lot more. It's not really a lot more. You've been already built. You've been already built. You have not been already built. You've been already built. You have not. You have been already built, and you have not. And there's Bursa done. I guess we do not build a damn thing. I mean, we could go for Colosseum next. Because why not? A good thing is we don't need that anymore. We've got the Golden Age. Now it is other ages are more important. And like I said, I did want to give you, say, some barracks and maybe a saw pit. For a little bit more production. There is land of Punt. Hatshepsut's people rejoice in the bounty delivered by their merchants. They lack for nothing, and the world knows it. There is an economic point. Let's go towards culture for every hex's happiness. Specialist. Let's go towards the Borobudur. Rivals Mississippi Empire have built the Colosseum. They are just stealing wonders away from me at that point. They are just absolutely stealing stuff. And I need way more slots. One more. Okay, never mind. I don't need that much more. That might have been a little over dramatic. Okay. Useramen. Activate on wonder to add 2 culture to all wonders in this settlement. Hell yeah. Anything damaged? Doesn't look like it. And that should be another golden age. So we've got the Silk Road's Golden Age, we've got the Wonders of the Ancient World's Golden Age. I hope there's a way to get a scientific Golden Age. I really doubt there will be a Pax Imperatoria Golden Age. And with really doubt, I mean, yeah, no. But I can get myself a settler and preparing for the settlement of the lands. We're still... Colosseum is going strong. And 420 for another settler. But our Colosseum seems to be stronger. There's a Magi. Probably because of Gutuda. Okay, give me another settler. You'll need to wait another turn real quick. You can fortify here.
Well stands.
Yep, there is the Colosseum. Where the hell are you going? Not there, I can already tell you that. Okay, that's the Colosseum. Mundo Perdido. 1 science on improvements and happiness on districts on tropical terrain in this settlement. I kinda don't want to build it here because that is still another good tile for culture and happiness buildings. I also don't want to build it here. Let's just build it down there, I guess. Okay, Guy creates 2 Magi with 3 combat strength. Let's send you down there. And I think, yeah, we did get another 300 gold total. Let's get an amphitheater going, and we've not enough gold for anything else. Power at the center, at the heart of civilization, the capital city radiates authority. Banners bearing the sigil of empire flutter atop monuments to the power of a people united. Yet other settlements distinguish themselves, and as their stars rise, citizens question their place in this larger community. Does the empire truly represent us all? There is a crisis that starts now. Ooh, why do I get... Oh, is it... Uluru gives me culture. Now that I like. We do want to go towards organized military though. Can I get a quick... settlement on the coast, right? I mean, you will... Oh my, there is a lot of... Damn. There's a lot of overlap here, unfortunately. But that's okay, I think. You will hate that though, so let's befriend you. Let's also get happiness on settlements? Question of food in towns or food in settlements? Happiness is okay. Let's get happiness in settlements not founded by me, and happiness in settlements, yeah, we need the happiness actually. Happiness is important now. I need an academy quickly. And we need more codices. Thinking about it. Okay, let's get the Magi's right here.
Those who delight.
Let's get the wonder production bonus just cuz. I could go for oratory. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for oratory. Oratory, I guess. Finally, there's my settlement limit. Lovely. Arna hated that. That is a problem. Why did you hate that? Okay, give me an archer. And I would like a fishing key to get myself a quadrireme, if I can do that already, that is. Well... yep, there is the quadrireme already. And you, of course, stay on my fishing key. Because why the frick wouldn't you stay on my fishing key? Okay, let's go towards mathematics. I would like to have an academy, although an amphitheater here is better. So let's get the academy right here. We need how many more? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. We have enough. We just need the codices, and that is actually all those special people I can build or get. So let's build Angkor Wat next and use Pazar to add 150 production, hopefully, if it's still available when he gets there. Okay, you still stand here. I swear it would be awesome if you could just go away. There is Mundo Perdido done. Actually, no more wonder to build here. So let's get the amphitheater for a little bit more culture. Let's go towards that silver just in case. We can't build the Wejang Palace, but we could still build the Sanchi Stupa. We have enough to place you down. Go for the gold here. Let's get an archer here as well. And I want a settler up here. Never mind, you can't just yet. Let's give you some food first. And maybe a little bit of production. An altar and ancient walls. You need to grow quicker. There we are, Angkor Wat is done.
Of existence. May I draw them out by virtue of this good work.
So I now have a specialist limit in that city, should I need that. Did the garden always have that that sign? I could use some ancient walls, actually, thinking about it. That's at least one sign. That is the Sanchi Stupa done, never mind. I think that should be all, but I'm scared to click on the wonders panel again. Not gonna lie, I am a little scared. Are you doing anything here? Let's get a galley. Ooh, I don't have a quadrireme yet. Is that what you want to tell me? I guess I don't have a quadrireme yet. And another wall real quick. You are still at... Okay, you are at enough. We can get the settler here. Although I do want... An unmet leader. An unmet leader has been defeated. Wow. That is wild. Broken borders. The empire fractures as once loyal settlements seek their own path forward. Laws and customs, symbol and pageantry, they are no longer sufficient in holding society together. What was once a shared identity forks like a river, and its currents bear many beyond political borders. They pledge themselves to outside powers, seeking new threads of connection and aid in extracting themselves from their former state. I would like to get as much desert as possible. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Never mind. -6 happiness in cities. You are at 27. You are at 15. Sure, we can tank that. Right. We can. I will let you stay here and settle when we're closing in on the end. Like I said, because I want as much of that desert as possible to go to Abju, because Abju gets culture from that. And B, I don't want to get more unhappiness. I already have enough. Let's get more ancient walls, the last one we can get as far as I know. And then we kind of need... I should have gone for the gold. I wanted to go for the gold. Science, thinking about it. Although we caught up quite well with science. Okay, yeah, that is unfortunately all we can do. Let's get an academy going. That was a little bit of a misplay on my end.
After the...
And commerce. There are 2 codices. I kind of want the quadrireme real quick before going for more codices. I hope I should have, hopefully, the time. Didn't Angkor? Didn't... it might have been a wonder in the exploration age, actually. I was just wondering, wasn't there a wonder that also gave, like, culture to fortifications? Orfunado is now my friend. No wonder to build here. Let's get ourselves a granary and a saw pit. Like I said, I want to keep that one for... Nope, not that one. For cultural and happiness buildings. Okay, let's move down to here for a little bit. We're not building any wonders, so we can go for culture now, I guess. That is okay. Let's get gold. More. We have enough gold, actually. Food in towns would be better. And a garden to finish what Wasset can build.
The dogs bark.
Because everything else has already been built, I think. I mean, I could hope for another wonder, I guess, but I'd need to convert another settlement into a city, and I don't really care about that. Chimu has been defeated. Would I know what that is? Was that a city-state that was dear to me? Oh, there's another good one. Kind of like that. I don't know. It might have been a city-state that was dear to me. Let's get some research initiatives done. You have absolutely nothing else to do anymore. We're at 85%. Closing in on the end of the game. Could I could settle here. Nah, thank you. And you can give me a brickyard, question mark? Nah, I think barracks. I see you. Let's befriend... Okay, never mind, we won't befriend Akmonia. Maybe a scientific city-state for good measures. Paradigm shift. As settlements drift farther and farther from the Empire's core, the capital falters and its banners lie limp. Once the city held civilization together, now it sits as a vestige of broken bonds and archaic union. But smaller hubs find voices that grow ever louder, proclaiming their singularity amid the new communities based not on tradition, but customs, beliefs, economy, and identity. Enemy approaches the settlement of... enemy... Minus 10 happiness in my capital. Wasset is at exactly 10. I guess it is time to take a big hit for influence. Then...
Shit.
Okay, now we can go for the codices. Let's get a bath as well. A little bit more food makes me a little bit more happy. There's a future civic and another codex. We need to go quick thinking about it when we are already doing future civics. Codex, currency also has a codex. And we got an economic point. Let's get the purchase in all settlements. Because we can actually get some stuff. Some of the ageless things would work quite well. We're sitting on quite a lot of money. Brickyard, fishing key, granary, and saw pit. You can get ancient walls, a brickyard, a fishing key, a granary, and another saw pit. You can build stuff, you can get an altar as well, some walls, a brickyard, a granary, and a saw pit. And here we can get the fishing key. Good thing I saw that. And everybody else currently has everything. Okay, wonderful. Our settlements are now stacked. That is what we like to see. 10 turns. A petition. The people of neighboring Choctaw are terribly unhappy. Where is Choctaw? Choctaw is up there. I don't actually want to have you. If we take you, we were at here. Ooh. Okay, we welcome. That pushed us to here, meaning if we could get 2 quick and dirty settlements, one up there and one, say, for example, around here, then we could actually get a golden age. Now our settlements are unhappy. That is a little bit of a problem here. We've got 9 turns. Jedet is unhappy. I cannot do anything to that, right? -1. I don't have... damn it! I don't have resources that I can slot down. Let's get a brickyard. Sure. Let's get a brickyard, I guess. And navigation. We need one more codex. Jadet is brimming with discontent. I know you are. And you are as well, but there is nothing I can do here. I didn't ask for that. Ooh, Mausoleum at Halicarnassus was actually not yet built. Interesting. Okay, let's get some walls done. Choctaw. Can we help you? You're at -13. We could give you an altar and nothing else really. Because we don't have the happiness buildings required yet, don't we? Okay, can we get... You are a happiness resource. Wool, deer is not. You are also not. Cotton is not. Salt is not. The rest seems to be... So there's another wool. You are at 3 now, but it is okay. We can set you to here and put you in here. That works. Wool down there and wool down there. That keeps the happy except for Choctaw, but there's nothing we can do with Choctaw. Llamas gives 3 happiness instead of 2 happiness. So that's a little bit better. Not much. It ain't much, is the problem. Six turns! But we've gotten this golden age as well. If we could get 2 more settlements down, we are good. Now, unfortunately, that scout just stays right where I want to be. Well, now I don't need the codex anymore. I mean, I still take it, but I guess it's whatever. Arena and blacksmith. I mean, yeah, okay, it's probably not been built because it's so far away. It's not going to work out the way I want it to, but there's still technically stuff that we can build, so that is something, I guess. 5 more turns, I swear to God. Please move. If he doesn't move, a settlement here would also be okay. Okay, you want to settle here. 4 more turns. I guess we need to... Oh... Do I risk it? I could go down... I could just say, okay, you know what? You can have that. Because I'm not sure if I can hold settlements with that much disloyalty. But I don't also know where you want to settle. So I might just say, you know what? Screw it. I'll let you have that settlement, and I will move to here, for example. And I'd rather have, yeah, because you would have settled right there. So I would have needed to settle, well, right now. And I'm glad I didn't. I don't wanna know what I can already see. You know, okay, you are so someone's so unhappy they petition, and then it's like, I don't know, Mennefer that goes for whatever fucking reason. I can see that happening actually. Let's get a villa. Yeah, let's get some villas up and running. Very nice villa. 7 happiness. You have a 6 happiness villa. Oh, that will help quite a lot. Lovely, 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 lovely. Okay. It is starting to look somewhat good. Let's get the marble going. I will wait here. One more turn until this age ends. Settle down and settle down. Give me an altar and a villa. You are at -11. Give me an altar. I mean, is there 1, 2, 3? There is a huge villa. There's a 7 happiness villa. You are still at -7. Problem, but we might be able to save to get a turn going. The coming of dawn, the world has settled into a new order. In the wake of unrest, borders have been reforged and political bonds redefined. The old world's models of authority have broken beneath the weight of progress, and the very nature of empire transforms into a new age. I need happiness. Just need you to survive for 1 turn. Because I think Golden Age, Golden Age, Golden Age, Golden Age. We had the Golden Age when on all four what's it called? Paths, I guess. When as I pushed next turn. So if I don't get them, that is nothing I can do. Let's get a brickyard and a granary. A little bit. If I don't get them because something happens, then it is not my fault. 7th digit is at the brink of revolt. -4. You are at the brink of revolt. You are at the brink of revolt. I know everybody's at the brink of... We need to say... That is the last turn. The Antiquity Age comes to an end.
Egypt's forces boasted the influence of a raging river. When you make your enemies your allies, do you still have enemies?
And we have gotten all the Golden Ages. Wonderful. We've got Silk Roads, Pax Imperatoria, Land of Punt. As Hatshepsut in Antiquity complete a quest to fulfill the wants of the people. Interesting. So we need one more Pax Imperatoria and then we have all the Antiquity Age milestones for Hatshepsut done. Wonderful. No new rewards. I mean, yeah, we didn't get a level up. So that's a given. Who do we want to play next? We could go for Songhai. We could go for Shawnee, Norman, Ming, Inca, Daiviet, Chola, Bulgaria, or Abbasid. You can generate homeland treasury convoys on navigable rivers after completing the Kanta Civic. And I think they are like 2 worth. And the Caravanserai gives gold adjacency for navigable rivers. I am tempted to go Songhai. Abbasid, also a thing that we could take. We could go for the Madrasa for more science. And we also would get science to to all specialists with the district. That would help us with the scientific legacy path. We played Daiviet. Inca would be fun, although we don't have... We have a couple of mountains. I think Songhai. I think 2 resources. We have settled on navigable rivers quite well. That would also, granted, that would also be an argument for the Shawnee. We've settled quite aggressively onto navigable rivers. But I think I want to play Songhai. Let's get these early Homeland Treasure convoys.
Masters of the rivers and desert alike, the Songhai venture forth into the land. Stirred by the songs of the griot and driven by their passion for profit and God alike, they seek out the riches of the world. Ride now with them, whether driven on by ambition or virtue, and lay claim to what you can.
Okay. Feedback time. What do I think? I think that I like them changing up some wonders. I like, for example, the Petra change that you get production on improvements and gold on districts, as opposed to just production and gold on improved tiles. Because you build that in a city and then you build over all these tiles and it basically does nothing. Because you have built all over the tiles that were good beforehand. So I like that change. Some changes... Let me put it that way first. Some wonders, I don't know why they haven't changed. I still think the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus is quite underwhelming. In basically any case that does not include going to war with a lot of cavalry. That is, if you do that, that is basically a must-have wonder. In any other case, I would say it's not that important. There are so many better wonders out there. And on the other side of the coin, I don't understand why some wonders have even gotten a buff. I don't know why. Was it necessary to get the Colossus earlier? I don't know why that was a thing. I think where it was okay. I mean, yeah, granted, it's now not anymore on the path to the Monk's Mound. But I mean, you want to still go down that path because the Monk's Mound is still absolutely awesome. So there's that. But what I don't understand the absolute most is... the Great Stele was awesome before. Getting 200 gold per age when you build a wonder in the city where you built the Great Stele, including that wonder, that is quite strong. I don't know if it was necessary to make it so that you get now 200 gold per age in any city where you build a wonder for that wonder. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to complain. I always like when a game gives you more than it needs to, and I like to make things. I tend to like it more when a game makes things stronger and therefore maybe more overpowered than when it is scared of making strong stuff and nerfing stuff to absolutely oblivion. But then again, I mean, that is a lot of gold. I don't know why they put it in the other tree. I don't know if it was necessary to get it away from writing and put it to the mysticism mastery. But I mean, I guess that makes that mastery now interesting. I don't know, what was there before? I feel like there was a wonder before. Was Mundo Perdido in that mastery? There might be Mundo Perdido. I might misremember that. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, it's interesting. I like that. I would wish that they would change Mausoleum though, because Mausoleum, I'm always remembering back to Civ 6, and I mean, they kind of also make me do that because much as in Civ 6, they also have here the "a vast tomb" quote for Mausoleum, so that kind of makes me remember that. And Mausoleum in Civ 6 was just so better. I cannot describe how much better Mausoleum in Civ 6 was, in my opinion, at least. I like that. That's an academy, right? Yeah, that's a very... I mean, I wanted to say it's a very small-looking academy, but I mean that these are how, but still kind of looks small. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, I'm interested to see what other wonders got in the other ages, and of course that also kind of sort of makes me hope that we might get a rework to some natural wonders as well. Mostly a rework in a sense where it would be great if any natural wonder has like a second ability. I think some don't. Where is it? Huerquago. Although you have that one. I might be wrong about that, but I thought there was a handful of natural wonders that don't have a secondary skill. You are still not settled. That is wild. I mean, granted, that is not a settlement on freshwater, but holy shit, that would be great to settle. Yeah, like I said, maybe I misremember that. We'll see. I am absolutely excited for what the future holds, though, and for the first like really huge update. What we will see there. And like I said, for the wonders. And I can't wait to see what the changes they made for the wonders in the exploration age, but not today. As always, as we finished the age, this will also mark the end of this stream. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you had a wonderful time. If you want to rewatch any of my streams, you can check out my VODs channel. And for the rest, I will see you in the next one. Bye!